Hello and welcome to Be Anything. My name is George and I'm a conductor. What kind of conductor do you wonder? Am I a conductor of electricity? Well, no, but I do try to create electricity or at least energy with the people that I work with. Am I a train conductor who takes your ticket when you're going on a trip? No, but you often need a ticket to go on a kind of trip with me where I work. What I am is an orchestra conductor. What's an orchestra, do you ask? Well, it's a wonderful group of people coming together to play all kinds of musical instruments at the same time in all kinds of settings, a concert hall or on the street or in a home or at church. Sometimes these ensembles get so big that they need a conductor to help them both rehearse and perform a piece of music, and that's what my job is. It's an honor to stand up in front of a group of musicians and conduct them. You often have to rehearse a lot for some pieces of music, and you get to play over 600 years worth of music that's written for orchestras. When you become a conductor, it takes a very long time. You have to become, one, a very good musician. I play the violin, a little piano, and I played the tuba when I was in high school. You also have to learn about thinking about music and how to interpret music, because I'll give you a little secret about conducting. Waving the hands is the easy part. The challenging part and the most fun part is using your brain and your heart to create music that's written by many famous composers like Beethoven or Brahms or Bach or Tchaikovsky. And their music often took years and years to create, and so the people that play their music have to be very accomplished. They have to know their instruments very well, they have to know their craft of music very well, and they have to know their art form very well. All the styles from the different eras of musical history and the different types of music, opera, chamber music, orchestral music, and styles like jazz and classical, baroque, and even popular music. What's fun is also that you're working with people, so you get to be a leader, and it takes a long time to learn how to be a leader. But in the end, that's the most satisfying part of working with musicians and working with people, is that you get to guide everybody toward making something beautiful and making it great. The other nice thing about being a conductor is that I get to travel all over the world and work with all kinds of musicians, from very young to very old, and very accomplished, and sometimes people who are professional and their life is spent making music, and sometimes I work with people whose music making is just their favorite hobby in their life, and it brings them pleasure and enjoyment, but they have another job where they make the money that they need to make for their life. But I've been to China, Japan, Germany, Ecuador, Brazil, Switzerland, France, the Czech Republic. I've been all over the world conducting, and I have to say that my favorite part of the music making is getting to know the people that I get to work with. Now, this is not always easy, because sometimes we don't speak the same language, but we also have music as the language that we share as artists, and along with an interpreter who helps me with communicating with musicians in foreign countries, we always end up making something beautiful for people to listen to. I get to work with young people sometimes, and I spent many years at a school in New York City called the Juilliard School, and one of my favorite activities of my week was working with the young people at the pre-college level. Sometimes they were as young as 12 years old, and sometimes they were just about to go to college and they were 18. Another place that I got to work with young people that was really enjoyable was in the country of Brazil, very far south from here. Here's a clip of me conducting a concert with my friends in Brazil and a friend of mine who plays the cello very well, who was from the country of France. These are some of my favorite pieces by composers Sergei Prokofiev, Samuel Barber, and Johannes Brahms.
Before we continue to listen to the music, let's do an activity. Music can make us feel many different emotions, almost like you're hearing the emotions in a piece of music. As you listen to the rest of the music, think about how you feel. Do you feel happy, sad, excited, nervous? Maybe you feel a combination of different feelings. For the rest of the music, close your eyes, listen, and think about how you feel as you listen to the different instruments, letting your body move with their sounds to express your emotions.
Wasn't that wonderful? All those people from so many different countries coming together on the stage to create something beautiful for the people who are listening to them. That was one of my greatest memories of my career so far, and it's one of the greatest things about being an orchestral musician or a conductor is you're working together with your friends and colleagues to create something for the enjoyment of the people that are coming to listen to you. It's a great art form. Now, I hope you noticed in that video all the different types of people performing on the stage. And since this video is about being anything, I want to tell you that there are no barriers to becoming a great musician or a great conductor. You just have to work hard. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, where you come from, what country you come from, what culture you come from, whether you are wealthy or poor. There's just a open door, if you will, for anybody to become a great musician and maybe even a great conductor. Now, I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures of wonderful conductors that I've worked with throughout my lifetime when I was learning to become a musician and a conductor, and they helped me a great deal. And notice how different each one is from the other. Now, I can tell you that all of those conductors that you saw just now from all over the world, I had the pleasure of working with as a young musician. And many of them had great influences on my life, and I can tell you that every one of them was a pleasure to work with, both because of who they were as a person, but also because they knew music so well that I continuously learned from them throughout my years as a student, and even beyond that as a young conductor in the profession. So I hope you're inspired to at least think about becoming a conductor, but you don't have to be. You can be anything. But if you do want to do this, go for it. Become a good musician, learn a musical instrument, learn about music, and learn how to perform it well. And gradually, over a period of time, you'll develop into the kind of musician that people want to work with. And then gradually, over a period of time, you'll become the kind of leader that people want to play for. And then eventually, you'll become a great conductor, and you'll play for audiences that will just love the music that you and your colleagues on the stage are performing. So don't forget, be anything.